Jak ti to pomůže?
1,005,000.
Nice. Hello, everybody. Okay, so we are live now on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I will turn it on also in Instagram. Okay, and also on Instagram. Great. So, hello, everybody. It's Monday, and with it, my Good Morning Grant Lovers Live show, episode 6. Somebody's already joined. That's nice. And I have a special guest today, Hanka Chramostová. And I see somebody's already joining on Instagram. Hello, hello. I would love for you to let me know where you are joining from. So please put a note in comments where you are joining from. And I see people were waiting. Everybody is like joining immediately. I think you missed this, right? I missed it over the weekend. So here's my coffee. I don't know if Hanka has tea or something like this, but it's our morning show. Yes, nice. Oh, and a very nice cup. Very nice cup. Okay, so good morning, Grant lovers. Today is Monday, episode 6 of the series, Good Morning, Grant Lovers. And my name is Mirka. I have a guest with me, Hanka. Hello to everybody who's joining, and we're going to talk about grants again. And the reason why we are talking about grants is because I am in love with grants, and I decided I'm going to share a little bit of my passion for grants with you all. I have been in Montessori for close to 20 years, and I've spent a rather big portion of my professional career writing grants and getting grant money for our Montessori projects here in Prague. And I, over the time, developed the skill and also a formula, step-by-step process, how to do this, how to write grants. And I think everybody needs to know how to do this in Montessori because we are in educational industry, in service-oriented industry, and grant money can very much help us to develop our projects. So that's why I'm onto this mission of streaming 10 days before the Valentines and share about grants as much as I can. And I see Paula joined. Hello, Paula. Yay, we took the admin training together. Okay, so there's Paula watching us. Hanka, yes. So there's a message from Paula for you, honey. Yes, well, I will introduce Hanka now. Excuse me, she is a very special guest indeed. She and I have been working side by side for the past 11 or 12 years. Hanka has led our school for over 11 years, and she has done such an amazing job developing the school. So to the point when I think I can share the secret, our school is going to be one of the very first schools in Europe piloting the AMI Global School accreditation. So imagine how beautiful our school must be since we were chosen for this project. And Hanka has been, she's the one who did it. So, but we're not talking about accreditation today, although I am sure you would be really interested to hear about that. I'll share about that at some point later. We're talking about grants. So our school, I will put in comments the website because I think you might want to. Okay, there it is, the website for the school. You might want to check it out. It's a bilingual Montessori school. We have, and maybe I will give the word to Hanka to introduce the school a little bit. So I put the link in chat, and Hani, would you please share about the school a little bit, what we do, and all of those things. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Thank you for so nice, warm words about me and and our school. It's not my school; it's the school of all of us. That we made the school until this time. That's the teamwork. It's not only about me or about Mecca. It's about all the people that we are in the contact, and we are one team from the beginning until this time. And if you look at on the website, there is also English section, so you can read all about the history. Also, it's not about today this topic, but we have toddler community, kindergarten, elementary school, and adolescent program. it's everything under one roof. So it's not so big school. It's a very nice community school, but it influenced the atmosphere and the culture, because when you have small school, you can create very good relationship also among the team, among the people, and also be in very close contact with your parents, and you can really create a very good atmosphere. And one of my goal is to create a very good culture in the school, that it's not only that how we lead the and how we guide the children, that we are also we as a team on the same level, that the main thing is that we are respectful to each other, that we can really feel the emotions of each other, and we have the common values as a team. And that's not only the values are not only the words, but we also live the values that we would like to provide to the community and to the children. And yeah, it's one thing that we were able to do it was also through the grants. That's why I'm here today.
Yes, exactly. And I just want to remind everybody that because I already shared a link last week, but maybe once Plummy joins, I can ask her to share the link again to the 3D tour of the school, because I shared the link last week and people loved it. And so everybody who is joining now, watching here, and if they are interested to see what the school looks like inside, you can click on the link, and then you can literally like walk as if you were in the school. In each classroom you can peek at our shelves and all of those things. So it's a really lovely tool. So thank you, Hani. So I think we can say that our school is an example of what you can do with grant money, right? We've done oh, thank you, Plum is with us already. Great. Thank you, Plamenko. Um, a great example of what a school can do with grant money, and this is what you're going to talk about today. So we explain to people that it's not just me boasting about grants, but a school can truly develop with the help of grants. So can you share, maybe I'll ask you right away, how much you said you counted, how much euros over the 11 years of your headship of the school you raised in grants? So let's start with that so that people hear the number, because it's quite remarkable.
Yeah, we had to go deeply to the history. So I think that we missed a little bit some small projects in the beginning, and it's not all of them, because now I could see in the table that it's from 2017. So it's not 11 years, it's over the past 7 or 8 years, and it was more than 1,005,000 euros.
1 million euros. It's quite remarkable. That's a lot of money. And I am so happy you say that, because when I share about the fundraising we do at Montessori Institute Prague, I kind of feel like people can't believe it because it's so much. So I'm so happy that you have a big number to share as well. So can you tell people, what can grants do?
I'm sorry, I missed 1,500,000.
Okay, so it's
Oh,
1.500.
I'm sorry, 500,000.
1,500,000. That's even more. It's
Yeah.
yes. Can you share, like what can grants do for a school so that people know what are all the options? Because we are here to inspire people. What did you do with the grant money? How did it help you?
Yeah. We had over more than 20 20 types of the grants that we were able to use. It was about how to develop the democratic culture in the school. It was also formative assessments and education. It was how to support the children with some special needs or with some other languages. It was about how to develop our garden and environment. It was also about the IT equipment for our school, community garden, and some small grants from government about the summer camps, uh, and some, summer activities that you can do during the summer, and some. Yeah, and also we were able to support our assistants in our school, so we had several projects that we had more money for our assistants for each section, and it was provided by Ministry of Education. It was in the past. It's not so. It's not so easy to have it in these days, but in the past it was very very good
Mhm.
support for
Mhm.
us.
Mm. So would you say that grants are helping? So a lot of this money went to children directly, but if I know correctly, you were able to pay a lot of salaries for the staff
Mhm.
from it as well. Can you say, do you know what a percentage of the overall budget, just off the top of your head? I didn't prepare you for this question, but I just thought about that. How much percent of the overall budget grants make for you, approximately?
It was approximately half of this budget, because
Mhm.
the second half was for some national projects that we were the center. Andílek was the center for the project, how to develop and how to spread the Montessori all over the Czech Republic. So we had the centers, like collegial centers,
Mhm.
how to support each other as a Montessori schools
Yes.
here in Czech Republic, and it was very huge and big project. So it wasn't only for our school, but it was also possibility how we were able to stay in contact, and how we were able to develop side by side, and how we could support the other schools also in this mission.
Mhm. Yes.
It was very
So
huge.
from all these grants, which one is your most favorite? Which one do you think was most beneficial for Andílek?
I very loved community center. It was the project we took 3 times, because there was very open possibility during several years that we were able to use the grants 3 times over 7 years, I think. And it was one of the best, because we could use this money for creating really the community in our school, because from this grant I were able to have one person that he, or it was she Sonia, was able to start very nice community programs over the whole school year. And it wasn't only up to the teachers that we made some family market or Christmas market, but a lot of community events during the school years. And from this project, from this grant, I had one coordinator, and it was very very big help also for me, and support. And also from this project, I continue to start the adolescent program, because in the beginning it was like a community new project to have the adolescent program. We started with 4 children, without any other teachers in our team, because for children they can they cannot, you know um, you don't have enough money for some other teachers. So with this very small group of the children, we started adolescent program with our sources. So our teachers from elementary, they started to be as a teacher also in adolescent program, but also the support from community centers, Sonia and others that I had from the grant. We started as a group to guide the children with adolescent program. And over 2 years, we spent the money from this project for the adolescent program. So it was the biggest chance for us how to start adolescent program with nothing, and it's only for children. And I know that it's very often in Montessori schools that you need to start with nothing, and
Yeah.
how that's the
Yeah.
question.
I think this was really a wonderful project, and I think a lot of people who are listening to us who are from Montessori schools, which is we have Roxana from Italy and some other people that I know, Moika and other people who are building schools. This what Hanka just said, that she funded with grant money something that we called a community center in the school. So it's almost like the school becomes a community center itself for parents, but also for guides and also for children, and is really important because you unite everybody around you. You bring people together and create this space for them to be together, and then it improves the atmosphere at the school and also with the adolescent program. Yeah, I am planning to talk about our building our adolescent program through grant money, I think end of the week. But since you mentioned it, and I think I really like how you said it, that usually people start with nothing when they build an adolescent program, and they have to look for other ways to fund this because it takes many, many years before the adolescent program starts actually bringing in some revenue. So this was really nice that yeah. So for children, can you remember some of the activities that we did from this project that we, for parents? And so just mention a few of those if you can remember, because it's some years ago.
From a community center project or for adolescents? Yeah,
Yeah,
community center.
yes,
Yeah,
community center.
from the very first beginning, we did the family market in the end of the school year. So it's popular. It's every year. Doesn't matter if we have project or not, but it's a very huge event, and you need to have one coordinator. If you don't have the coordinator, you must be coordinator yourself, and it's very hard to do it also next to the other work, that you have regularly in the school year. And you need to cover also the families, the parents, the children, the students. So in the beginning it was up to you and me. I think the first year that it was that we created together, mainly you. And then the second year it was only up to parents because they wanted to help us. And it also wasn't so, so it was great, but it's only one part of the organization things. If it's only up to parents, you cannot be in contact also with the teachers and so on. So you
Yeah,
need to have one coordinator that is on the top, and who is able to coordinate all sides of this cooperation. So it was really huge, and it was a very good support for me when we started to have the community center project, and I was able to pay this coordinator for this activity. So from that time, we every year are. It's not better and better, but we have so good, organization tables. It's not only about the Excel table who does what, but it's a really know how to do it. So through the grants and through this kind of cooperation, you can really create uh, the know-how that it's it's not it cannot be sold.
yeah,
It's your experience and your work with community. But from this experience, we were able to create more and more events. We do the Halloweens. We do
family
family
day. Yeah,
autumn events on our farm, and we do so much that I don't know
that's
what
good.
we do also before Christmas, when you do the Christmas decoration for the cooperation. It's for children and their parents together in our school. We do so much in the
Yeah,
spring,
it's true.
family day, and so on.
Also, the silent journey through the school and parent nights and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think
We
that every.
we
Mhm. Go
yeah,
ahead.
sorry. We counted now during the autumn because we did the new school yearbook, and we counted that we do over 100 events through the whole school year. It's
That's
it's amazing, but you
incredible.
need help really. And it's not only so big events. You do also you can do the small workshops in the classrooms for the parents. We do regularly every month open hours in kindergarten for the parents that they can see what really children do in the classrooms. But it's not observation, but that you can come in the afternoon and you can see and work with your child in the classroom. In the elementary, it's something similar every month. You can have as a principal. I have every month the breakfast with principal for my parents. I don't need to have the coordinator for this event, but still, if you have somebody who can help you to hold the big picture of the school year and how many events you do, for what is the goal, what is the reason, that it's really, it doesn't seem then that it's like a chaos, everything and
Uh-huh.
every.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah. No, I think when you say this, I'm thinking it's really remarkable the whole year schedule for and that this is in itself such a big know-how that you have how to build a school as a community center. Maybe you should have a lecture on this one day with us. But
Yeah.
yeah, it really is great that we can use grant money to do things like these. Would you say that it's helping with enrollment? How about grants and marketing and grants and enrollment in the school? Are you using this grant money to how does that work for you? Are you able to use grants for helping you fill the school? Because I imagine that this community, when a community is strong as this, that in itself is a marketing strategy, right?
Yeah, that's that's the marketing, that you need to only to show the world what all you do in the school. That was also our strategy for last year and also for this year, because during the year, so we did so much, but it was on the Facebook, Instagram, something that we put there as a, and we call it like a family album. You put on the Facebook the pictures and so on, that you do all these things, but there must be also some goal. It must be attractive, not only as a family center for your community, not as a family, not center, family album for your community on the Facebook, but you need to use these sources also to be attractive also for others, to the new clients, to the new parents. And you need to show also what is inside, what is behind the events, that you need to feel the culture, need to find the community, the relationship with the parents, what are the values in the school. So we try through the events show also to others what we really do, what is our mission. So it's not only the pictures of the smiling children. That's what we really love, smiling children on the pictures, but what is behind, why they are so smiling, why they are so satisfied. So we used this to create also, the atmosphere, that marketing is also part of this, because you can create very good culture and you can create the community inside, but the others, they need to also see it, what is inside, and see, oh, I want to be also part of this community. So we use it also for this. And I would like to mention also one thing, that we use the money, how to develop something in your school. And one of the type of the grants was also for the families, and for how to support the families. And we decided that we would like to use this money to support our position in the school counseling center. And we had the money over the 3 years to support, to have more people in our counseling center, and to have psychotherapist for the family and the children. So now we have, it was also part of the development of the school counseling center, because we started 10 years ago with the school psychologist, only a few hours a week. And now I have a speech therapist and special education teacher in one. It's she's a brilliant specialist for this area. And I have psychologist, and I have also methodologists there for the families. So I have 3 people in our school conflict center, and the grants was also very, very big support how to develop your center for
That's
this.
another. So I have an idea. I will share my screen because I promised to share this. So 1 second, and I will tell you what the idea is. Hanka has worked with me for such a long time, so she knows that when I say I have an idea, she knows something's coming up. But so can you see my screen? Okay. Yes. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So, Hani, I promised with everybody to share about this offer that's coming up. So I'm just going to share it, and then I'll tell you what the idea is, okay? Because I think you could really, we could do something special for this. So Grant Writing Made Easy is coming up, and this is my Valentine's offer to you people. Okay, so you can see I love the graphics. We had lots of fun with the graphics. So this is a course that is starting on April 8th. But now, for those of you who are with me this week and last week, we are making it available. You can have a look at this website. What are all the things that the course will help you with? I'm going to share our grant writing formula, how we do that, and then 6 weeks of personal support by me and Plummy and all kinds of things. But you can have a look at this beautiful site. I think you'll have fun reading all of this, but what I want to get down to is this pre-sale bonus. So what I'm doing is this week is a pre-sale for those of you who are with me now here this week in all these sessions. And the course normally is 297 euros, and you can have it as a Valentine's gift for 197 euros only, with all of these pre-sale bonuses in it, okay? So 197 euros. It's pre-recorded, so once you enroll, we'll make the content available to you, and then the personal support starts in April, but you can start listening to these videos already now and learning already now. But what I want to say is, and here's the pre-sale price, 197. So I think, Hani, the idea that I just had, see all of these beautiful bonuses. What if I asked you, would you be willing to record how you build the community project as part, from grant money, and we can make it as a bonus for people who are going to join this week? What do you say? Would you be willing to help me with that? Sorry to put you on spot like this. I mean, you don't have to do it this week.
No, if I would love to share my experiences.
Thank you. I think it would be wonderful. I'm putting the link to the course there. I know Julia was like, yes, I want this. And also Paula also said already last week, but I think it's a really great idea. And actually, I'm thinking, let's start with how to build a community program, how to build a school as a center of community from grant money. And yay, you see, you have some, look, I want to show you. That would be awesome, Hanka. and love this, and thank you. So I think I agree. I think it's another practical example of how somebody did something really remarkable with grant money, as a case study almost, and taking people through how you developed the idea and how it worked out, what you did all those 3 years. And yeah, so if anybody has any questions for Hanka, you can put it in chat. I see some people joining. There's Hanka from Slovakia, from Monte Plus, our colleague. So I'm waving. She's watching us on Instagram right now. So if anybody has any questions for Hanka, please put it in chat. We are going to start wrapping up. But and I see Lira is here from the Philippines, and I got reminded of our colleagues in Philippines who also built their school as a fully inclusive model, which is something that Hanka's working on in the project of the counseling center. But let's start with the community center, and then maybe later you can sometime in the future share also about the counseling center. So I already asked you what is your favorite grant. So maybe just if you could, because we have to finish, what do you want to say to people who lead schools or who are starting schools and they are considering grants, and they might be afraid and they think, oh, I've never done this and it's going to take a long time. Can you share some advice? Thank you.
My advice is
you have some questions too.
just try it and do it. Yeah.
Just try it
My
and do it.
advice is just do it. Yeah, just start to do it. Because if you don't know how to do it, you can ask the others, you can share the experiences. But when you will no idea, okay, that just try to fill the applications now. You have the very big support from this project with Mirka, because she's amazing in this. And the reason why we have so many grants during the whole of past years, that Mirka was in the beginning the woman that she knew very well how it is important. And I think that when she wrote the first project, she also didn't know how to do it so well. So everything is in the beginning something new. But when you go over this first, maybe unknown feelings, that you can do so much. And with the grants, we did very, very. We were able to reach the goals faster, because
Yeah.
we had the opportunity.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
just do it.
Because for example, when you can pay for a community coordinator, then as Hanka said, if you don't have a person like this, you have to do this as a head of the school, and you have so much other work that you need to do that it just goes slower. So that was just one example of how you can speed your process. And when the school is a true community, then your marketing, your enrollment, all of those things are influenced as well. So we do have a question, Hani, from Paula. So maybe if you can have a look at this. When you use grant money for salaries, how can you make sure that you sustain it?
Yeah, many grants where it was possible to have some money, also some extra money for the salaries. I mentioned the assistants and so on. Okay, you know that if it's only one-time grant, that you must be very sure what will be after. If it's only for some limited time, or it's only for the beginning, and then you know that when the grants will finish, you need to have some budget in your school year budget. So for the beginning, it's you immediately need to try to start something new. You don't know if it will be successful, if it will be useful for your community. So you can use the grants that you don't need to have so big pressure about the money, because you have the very big willing and goal that you need some new assistant or some new position in the school. So use the money, use the grant for this money. But then think about the money for your school budget, that it's necessary to keep this position in your school. So it can be like this, or you start the adolescent program without nothing, as I mentioned before. So you must think about the sustainability, about the positions, and it cannot be depend on the projects. Projects are for the beginning, but before the first step, you don't do the first step, without this support. So it's for the doing the first step in your activities.
I'm so happy that you asked this, Paula. And we always had this strategy, and I'm also teaching this in the course that I mentioned, that when you get a grant, Hanka said it several times, you have to have a goal for the money, so it's not just like you get the money and then you spend it, but you always think about how can I use this so that it helps us grow and develop. So ideally, grant money makes more money. Okay, and that's a strategy that you think about. So if for Hanka, for example, this is such a beautiful example with the community center grant, because she was able to hire somebody for 3 years who became a community coordinator, and she knew that after the 3 years, her school, because the school is going to become, all the relationships with parents are going to be really happy, children are going to be really happy, staff is going to be really happy. So she knew that after those 3 years the enrollment will increase and she will be able to sustain this person. She actually still has Sonia in her team after the grant money is over, and Sonia continues to be the community coordinator because over the 3 years they developed ways how to, how she makes money to continue to make money. So they do all kinds of things, summer camps, after school extracurricular activities, like cooking classes and those kinds of things, and so many other things that they over the 3 years developed a strategy how to keep this going and how to bring money in through this person. So this is ideally, of course, then there's teaching staff, and teaching staff doesn't really have impact on the budget like in the first sight, but also when parents are happy with the teacher, and then they stay, even paying a teacher from grant means that you will be able to grow your school's budget. Yes. So thank you for asking. That was a great question. Anything comes to mind, Hani, when it comes?
I would like to add also one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I can also add one very big point, that if you have this possibility, maybe you already have your assistants in the school, so you already have the assistants in your budget. But if you can use another grants money for support these positions, you can use this money that you already have in your school budget for some activities that you would like to have it. So even if you don't have some new goals, or you already have some position that you would like to support also from the grants, so don't be worried to have it again, this project, even if you already have them, because the new extra budget in your budget new extra money in your budget can create new possibilities, a new gap for something new. And I created through these past years the position for the coordinator of the projects and the project manager. And I already have also in my team the project managers that they really spend the time to find the new grants, to find the new possibilities. And even if you have to pay them from your school budget, they are able to have very big focus on the new possibilities. Not only you, but they have the focus for this. And even if you already pay them, they are able to bring you more money. So it's necessary to also keep focus on this. It cannot be only up to you. You need to create the space and create the possibilities to have somebody in your team who has the biggest focus only on the grants, and then it brings you more possibilities and more money to your work.
Ideally, your goal as a head of school, for those of us who are with us, Paula and Moika and people who are building schools for the future, once you learn how to get grant money, and you continue getting grants, you want to achieve a point when you can actually hire a grant writer and coordinator for grants for your school. So that's that's an ultimate goal. And then your source of grant money continues to come. But let's just be sure that this took how many 8 years, 7 years, honey, for us to do. Yeah, it takes time. This takes time.
Yeah.
It's not like you can do it, 7 or 8 years. And Hanka now has a wonderful grant writer who is so skilled. And she also has a business mindset. And that's what Hanka was just talking about. I call it multi-source financing. Sorry for the typo with the capital and small letters. That when you are able to pay for something from grant, that means that this portion of the budget is free for use of something else. And we discussed that also in the course, multi-source financing and this business entrepreneurial mindset. You have to always think about how to create more opportunities for funding for your school. All right. Well, I am so sorry. We've done 40 minutes today. It was so interesting. Hani, thank you so much. If any of you have any more questions for Hanka, you know that you can leave it in a comment. And then we will be monitoring questions and comments in comments all day. And Hani, you are amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you for thank you for coming here and leaving with something to do. I apologize for that. That's what I do. I always do that. Thank you. So thank you so much, Grant. Good morning, Grant lovers. I hope that this session was inspiring and that yet again you see, that how many opportunities there are for leaders of schools and leaders of Montessori organizations in grant writing. It's not an easy journey, but when you do it and you stick to it like a pit bull, I was thinking about, what's the image in my head? You have to be like a pit bull. You bite and you don't give up until you make your way through, until you once do it, and then money starts coming in. And then you can do all these amazing things the way Hanka did. And there's so much more coming up in grants. But I'll mention some of this when we talk about the adolescent program end of this week, about our children going to Spain from grant money and all those other things that you're doing. So thank you, everybody. Sorry to keep you today for 41 minutes. I will end this now. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a guest from Lithuania, Indre Vitkuviene, who has built 2 schools, and she has some more big dreams, and she's paying for it with grant money. So yet another exciting story tomorrow. Haničko, thank you for keeping you, and I'm going to hit the button now. So everybody, thank you, and see you tomorrow. Okay, we have yet another session tomorrow. So don't be sad, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. See you tomorrow. Okay.